Good evening, everyone. Short stories in English. The story number 2, A Very Unusual Excursion. وقت بخیر. داستانهای کوتاه انگلیسی. داستان دوم، یک گشت و گذار غیر معمول. خیلی غیر معمول. Chapter 3, The Surprise. چپتر 3، قسمت 3، The Surprise. سورپرایز هم که چیزی که خیلی تعجب انگیزه. خب طبق معمول ما اول بلاکینگ وکابلری رو میخونیم، کلماتی که اگر ندونید درکتون رو بلاک میکنه، یعنی جلوی فهمتون رو میگیره، نمیتونین جیست کنین، جنرال آیدیا رو بگیریم متوجه بشید. بعد داستان رو میخونیم و بعد خلاصه داستان رو میخونیم. بعد هم یه چند تا سوال آخرش هست، کامپریهنشن، درک مطلب، که اونا رو میخونیم و جواب میدیم. اوکی. Vocabulary. Definitely. Definitely. Certainly. حتما. بیشک. بی تردید. Cautiously. Cautiously. Slowly and with care. آروم و با احتیاط. Go death. Go dead, sorry. Go dead. To no longer work or be usable. Or usable. بی استفاده. خراب شده، مرده. Torch. A small electric light that you carry in your hand. چرا قوه؟ مشعل. Something just doesn't add up. Something does not make sense or does not seem right. یه چیزی ایراد داره، یه جای کار میلنگه. Panic. A frightened or worried state in which you cannot think calmly. یه حالت وحشت یا نگرانی که نمیتونی درست فکر بکنی. فارسی هم بهش میگیم پنیک، یه حالت اضطراب، وحشت، نگرانی. Kick. To hit someone or something with your foot. کیک ضربه با پاه. هیت ضربه با دسته. Candle. A stick of wax with a piece of string through the middle which produces a flame when you burn it. شمع. Costume. A set of clothes that you wear to make you look like a different person or like an animal or other creature. کاستوم یعنی لباس، یه لباسی که تو میپوشی که توی مراسمی، یا لباسی توی مثلا لباسی که میپوشی شبیه حیوانیه، یا لباس بتمن. این لباس ها رو بهش میگن کاستوم. فارسی اسم خاصی من براش یادم نمیاد. Play a trick. To make someone do what you want by using clever but unfair methods. Play a trick یعنی حقه بازی کردن، گول زدن. ببین میگه کسی رو وادار بکنی که کاری که تو میخوای انجام بده به وسیله استفاده از ذکاوت اما روشای ناعادلانه. Renovate. Renovate. To repair or change something to make it better. Usually a building. یعنی نوسازی. معمولاً برای ساختمون استفاده میشه. سازه. Relief. Relief. A good feeling because something bad or unpleasant stops or does not happen. احساس راحتی، آرامش، احساس خوب. یه احساس خوب چون یه چیز بد و نامطلوب تموم شده یا اتفاق نیفتاده. اینجور راحتی ما میگیم مثلا یه نفس راحتی کشیدیم. Performance: the acting in a play or event in which a person behaves like someone or something else. بازی کردن در یک نقش یا یه واقعه، یه کاری که در اون یه شخصی مثل یه کس یا یه چیز دیگه رفتار میکنه. اجرا، بازی، نقش بازی کردن. Let's go to the story. Chapter 3: The Surprise. Sylvia could not believe it. There are lights on in the house. She cried. She followed the path down to the lake. اون مسیر رو دنبال میکنه به سمت دریاچه. She went over to the house. It was late afternoon, but she definitely saw orange lights inside. She walked around the outside of the house. She wanted a view of who was inside. It must be George. Hello, she shouted. Dot said. It's Sylvia. No one answered. Suddenly, a noise came from within the house. از داخل خونه صدای اومد. Okay, George, thought Sylvia. This isn't funny anymore. Sylvia went to the door and opened it. She was totally unprepared for what she saw. آماده نبود برای اون چیزی که دید. Everyone she knew was there. There were so many people inside the house. Her mother was there. Other family members, even her friends Claudia and Veronica. Sylvia, her mother shouted, I'm so glad you're here. Hello, Sylvia said cautiously. با احتیاط گفت. What's going on? چه خبره؟ Well, said her mother, sit down. Let me explain. بذار توضیح بدم. Sylvia sat down on the old bed. What's happening? She finally said. Everyone around her looked worried. همه نگران بودن. No one said anything. Where is Dad? She asked her mother. He's at work. He's coming soon, her mother answered. Sylvia looked around the room. دور و برش رو نگاه کرد. Can someone please tell me what's going on? She asked. Sylvia's mother stood up and started to talk. We think George is missing. We believe a creature took him. فکر میکنن جورج گم شده. فکر میکنیم یه موجودی اونو بردتش. What? How do you know that? We saw a creature. How do you know we saw a creature? کجا میدونین ما یه موجودی دیدیم؟ George sent us a message. He said he needed help. Then his mobile went dead. We are here to look for George. جورج پیغام داده گفته که ما کمک میخوایم. بعدش گوشیش خاموش شده. برای چیزایی که باتری داره، برقیه، ما از go dead یا went dead استفاده میکنیم. به معنی، نه به معنی مرده، به معنی اینکه تموم شده، خراب شده، خوابیده، تموم شد، باتریش تموم شده. Now? Sylvia asked with surprise. Yes, now. Everyone picked up their backpacks. They turned on their torches. They were ready to go and look for George. They left the house and formed groups. همه کوله پشتیاشون برداشتن و چراغ قواشون رو روشن کردن و رفتن دنبال جورج. Sylvia stopped for a moment at the door. She stood there for a while. I just don't understand, she thought. George wouldn't go off alone. Go off به معنی رهسپار شدنه، به معنی عزیمت کردن، رفتن. He wouldn't want to scare me. And why would he send a message to Mom? Why not me? And why are all my friends here? Not his. She shook her head. Something just doesn't add up. چرا دوستای اون نیستن؟ دوستای منن. چرا به من پیغام نداد؟ اون که تنها نمیره. یه چیزی جور در نمیاد. یه جای کار میلنگه. Something just doesn't add up. After a moment, Sylvia looked around. She couldn't see the groups. She couldn't see anyone. Where are you? She called. Hello? Can anyone hear me? Sylvia walked towards the woods. Maybe they are all there, she thought. به سمت جنگل بین درخت‌ها نگاه کرد. شاید اونا اونجان. As she walked, she took a torch from her backpack. She turned it on. It was getting dark again. داشت تاریک میشد. چراغ قوه‌اش رو روشن کرد. Where are you all? Is anyone there? She shouted. No one answered. I don't understand, she thought. She looked around the dark woods. Suddenly, she turned around. It was better to wait in the old house than to walk in the woods in the dark. یهو برگشت. بهتر بود که تو خونه تو کلبه منتظر میموند تا اینکه بره تو جنگل رو تاریکی. Sylvia went back to the house and sat on the old bed again. She waited for a few minutes. No one came. Suddenly, Sylvia heard a noise coming from the kitchen. She got off the bed. از تخت بلند شد. She walked slowly towards the kitchen. She tried not to make any noise. She wanted to see what was going on. Maybe it was her friends. Her mother. She turned on the torch. Then she saw it. The creature. It was very ugly, and it was coming towards her. Sylvia shouted and ran from the house. Help! Help! She cried. No one was there. She ran as fast as she could. اونقدری که میتونست به سرعتی که میشد دوید. As fast as clean as beautiful as، یعنی اونقدری که میشد. اونقدری که میتونست. از بینش صفت میذاریم، یعنی اونقدری که یعنی اون اندازه اون صفت. as beautiful as she was، به زیبایی اون. as hungry as he was، به گشنگی اون. but the creature was quicker than she was، ولی اون مخلوقه از اون سریعتر بود. it was soon right behind her، به زودی بهش رسید، پشتش بود. سیلویا turned to see it، سیلویا برگشت که ببینتش. she fell to the ground in a panic، she was really scared so she started kicking. the creature had her legs, she couldn't get away. سیلویا پنیک کرد، وحشت زده افتاد رو زمین. واقعا ترسیده بود، شروع کرد لگد پرت کردن. اون موجود پاهاشو گرفته بود و اون نمیتونست فرار کنه. سیلویا kept fighting، keep doing، یعنی ادامه داد به جنگیدن. but suddenly the creature stopped and got up. it reached down. it wanted to help Sylvia stand up. what is going on here؟ میخواستش کمک کنه سیلویا بلند شه. چه خبره؟ thought Sylvia. سیلویا به خودش فکر کرد. suddenly Sylvia saw movement around her. یه حرکتایی دور و برش دید. all of her friends and family came out of the woods. they had their torches on. دوستا و فامیلش از جنگل اومدن بیرون با چراغ قوه روشن. but they had something else in their hands too. candles. شمع دستشون بود. and they were singing something. میخوندن. it was a song she knew well. at the moment Sylvia understood everything. اون موقع همه چی رو فهمید. the creature took off its costume. موجود کاستومش و لباس اون موجود رو در آورد. it was her father. happy birthday Sylvia، he said. then he joined in the singing. happy birthday to you, everybody sang around her. Sylvia didn't know whether to laugh or cry. سیلویا نمیدونست که گریه کنه یا بخنده. whether or if یعنی آیا. he didn't know whether، نمیدونست که آیا بخنده یا گریه کنه. dad were you the creature؟ تو موجود بودی؟ سیلویا asked in surprise. was it you this whole time؟ yes my love, it was me all along یعنی تمام این مدت. I had a great time playing the role. he laughed. then he continued. we planned the party for yesterday but then there was a development. یه توسعه، یه پیشرفتی توش بود، یه ارتقایی. at your mother's office. so we had to move the party to today. George came up with a great idea. he suggested we play a trick. ما یه حقه پیاده کنیم. on you، رو تو. he did it to get you to the cabin for 2 days. کابین، اتاق، خونه. really? yes, that was some trick, said Sylvia as she looked around. and where is George? George came out from behind a tree. he was completely clean and completely safe. I'm sorry, Sylvia, said George. we played a pretty bad trick on you. Pretty bad یعنی خیلی بد. نسبتاً بد. Trick on you. But we wanted to be a birthday to remember. But we wanted it to be a birthday to remember. ما میخواستیم یه تولدی باشه که به یاد بمونه. یه تولد به یاد موندنی. And you're getting a really great present. Sylvia's father handed her a birthday card. Handed her یعنی بهش داد. For the trick, it must definitely be a great gift, said Sylvia, laughing. خندان گفت. She opened the card. In it, there were several papers. What is this? She asked and looked around. Sylvia's friends and family picked her up. بلندش کردن. They carried her to the front of the house. بردنش جلوی خونه. We bought you this old house. The house is your birthday present, said her mother. Sylvia's father joined them. We're going to renovate it together. میخوایم اینو خونه رو نوسازی کنیم. He added, it's going to be your summer house. قرار خونه تابستونیت باشه. Sylvia started to laugh. Then she started to cry with relief. یه نفس راحتی کشید. گریه کرد با آرامش. George was safe. She was safe. And this crazy old cabin was hers. مال خودش بود. Finally, Sylvia was able to speak again. Well, she began. I want to thank you all for the birthday surprise. ببینید اینجا میگه she was able to speak. این به معنی اینه که تونست صحبت بکنه. ولی چرا نمیگه can speak؟ چون can یه چیز طبیعی، همه میتونن. این چون گریه میکرده، ترسیده بوده، پنیک کرده بوده، تو حالت بوده، نمیتونه حرف بزنه. She was able to یعنی بالاخره تونست، قادر بود، موفق شد که حرف بزنه. And mom, dad, I want to thank you all for the birthday surprise. And mom, dad, I can't believe this house is mine. Thank you. Then she looked at her father and George. Dad, that was quite a performance. Quite a performance یعنی عجب بازی بود. عجب نقشی بازی کردی. عجب اجرایی بود. I just want to give the creature one important piece of advice. I want to give the creature one important piece of advice. من میخوام به این موجود یه نصیحتی بکنم. A piece of advice. Give a piece of advice. He's not welcome as a visitor anymore. اون حق نداره دیگه اینجا بیاد به عنوان ملاقات کننده. creature اون مخلوقه. He's not welcome یعنی خوش نیومده. کسی منتظرش نیست. The group laughed and then sang some more. Then they went into the cabin. It was time for coffee and cake. It was also time for a long rest for the birthday girl. Chapter 3. Review. Summary. خلاصه. Sylvia returns to the cabin to look for George. سیلویا برمیگرده به کابین که دنبال جورج بگرده. The lights are on. چراغا روشنه. She goes inside. میره داخل. Her family and friends are there. خانواده و دوستاش اونجان. They say they are there to find George. اونا میگن اونجان که جورج رو پیدا کنن. Sylvia doesn't understand. سیلویا نمیفهمه. Her friends leave to look in the woods. دوستاش میرن که توی جنگل تو درخت‌ها بگردن. سیلویا thinks about her current situation. سیلویا در مورد شرایط اخیرش فکر میکنه. She goes back to the cabin. برمیگرده به کابین. She sees the creature there. اون مخلوق رو اونجا میبینه. It chases her into the woods. موجوده تعقیبش میکنه تا درختا. She falls but then the creature helps her up. اون میفته ولی موجود کمکش میکنه بلند شه. It is actually her father. در حقیقت اون پدرشه. The creature is part of her birthday surprise and the cabin is her present. موجود یه بخشی از سورپرایز تولدشه و اون کابین، اون کلبه هدیه تولدشه. Very good story. Let's go to comprehension questions. Select one answer only for each question. The first time that Sylvia goes into the house, اولین بار که سیلویا میره تو خونه, she finds George, her father, most of her friends and family, the creature. The first time. The first time she finds most of her friends and family. Part C. While Sylvia stands near woods to think. وقتی سیلویا کنار درخت وای میشه که فکر کنه, something strange comes out of the water. Her father comes up behind her. She meets the creature and her friends leave. یه چیز عجیب از آب میاد بیرون. باباش پشتش پیداش میشه. یعنی یهو سرگله باباش پیدا میشه. She meets the creature. Her friends leave. وقتی که وای میسه فکر کنه, پدرش پشتش پیدا میشه. یعنی بابای یهو سرکلش پیدا میشه. Because she's alone, Sylvia decides to. چون تنهاست, سیلویا تصمیم میگیره go to the thicket to look for George. بره تو اعماق که دنبال جورج بگرده. Call George's mobile. به موبایل جورج زنگ بزنه. Go back to the town again. برگرده به شهر. And go back to the house again. برگرده به خونه دوباره. She decides to go back to the house again. When Sylvia gets back to the house, وقتی برمیگرده به خونه, she hears a noise in the kitchen. Her mobile phone rings. Claudia and Veronica enter the house and she falls asleep. Part A. She hears a noise in the kitchen. یه صدایی توی آشپزخونه میشنوه. And the creature was actually, موجوده در واقع, Sylvia's mother, George, Sylvia's father, and the real bear. It was Sylvia's father, of course. این کدوم اشتباه اینو اشتباه کردیم. وقتی که سیلویا وای میسه نزدیک درختا که فکر کنه, یه چیز عجیب از آب بیرون میاد. باباش پشت سرش میاد, موجوده رو میبینه, دوستاش میرن. دوستاش میرن. اشتباه گفتم، فکر کردم آخرشه گفتش که باباش پشت سرشه. Yeah, yeah, definitely. That's it. Thank you very much for being me in this lovely story. Thank you very much. Take care. You dears.